Downs, Williams, and Dewara.
Right away, you see those active hands on the defensive end of the Norfolk State Spartans.
Man-to-man coverage for the Bison. Norfolk State now. Ball at the top of the key. Now out to the far wing. A baseline jumper. Kiss off the glass, and the Spartans on the board first, 2-0. Picking up full court pressure now. Howard University on your dial going left to right. 9:09 left to go here in this championship contest. Spartans are going to pick up, looks like a 1-2-2.
2-2, so either a 3-2 defense.
Long three near side, but the good offensive putback for the Bison, and we're knotted up at 2. And then, of course, full court pressure being picked up by the Bison. Spartans coming across your dial, going right to left. Near side, over to Howell. Howell now setting up the offense. Now over to the far wing. 2-3 defense now for the Bison.
Spartans using good patience, moving the ball around.
The ball moving far corner, three-pointer off the back of the iron, no good. Here come Howard. Pushing the rock. Point guard now. No resistance, stops the dribble, setting up the offense. Spartans now around the perimeter, trying to guard for the three-point shot.
Although these two teams have out.
All the marbles tape being used to talk about Howard Norfolk State split both games.
Nice look inside. Warren underneath to the big body for the putback on the glass. Howard on top, 4-2. Here comes the Spartans now. Slow walking it across is Warren, barking out the offensive scheme. Coach Vickers hoping that his Spartans can get it going here.
Vickers is about to go to the pond.
Who's championship sharp?
He clean as a board of health now. There's a hesitation on the near side for Francis. No go, but she gets her own rebound. She's going to bring it back up top.
I was sitting in that 2-3 defense. You see them stay in that zone or they go to man-to-man.
Great ball movement off the back of the iron on the three-point attempt. No good. And the Bison now with the rebound.
Here comes the push. We said earlier just how much the Bison like to push the pace of the game.
All right, kickball called with 7:03 left to go here. 4-2, Howard on top here in this women's championship in the 2022 MEAC championship tournament game.
I'm going to keep quiet. You know, Coach Vickers got on a suit. Howard's head coach, like, she's about to roll the ball against her players.
Just in case she has to jump in.
Slick and casual.
All wardrobe, everything wardrobe here at the MEAC tournament. As the floater in the lane, it went down, but it's going to be no good. Out of control, going the other way for Norfolk State.
She got called for steps.
6:51. You talk about this is a game I would expect to see a lot more Bison fans here in Norfolk, Virginia. Not a long ride, a lot of people living.
Half court pressure there to double, and on the near side, Warren got caught. I'm sorry, looks like it was Howell. Got trapped right across half court, and she's lucky she got that ball back. Possession arrow still with the Spartans.
Well, the energy is definitely on the Spartan side. I mean, just over an hour ago, we watched the men of NSU secure their ticket to the dance.
First time in school history, maybe, if that happens.
Howell at the top of the key, near side. Jumper no good. Coming back the other way for the Bison now. Norfolk State not shooting well from outside the perimeter. Here comes Howard. Ball player at the top. That looks like it's 33 for Bison. We'll get that name here in a second. Down low in the blocks. Nice drop step, hesitation move. She's going to draw the foul. Great job and patience for Howard in the half-court set.
She had been calling for the ball for a few seconds. She had her back to the basket. She knew she had Norfolk State in a good position to score.
Uncle Rel, I'm going to set the record straight. You talked about Norfolk State in their alternate green uniforms, gold lettering, green names. So you go up to the 5th floor of your house and look downstairs and try to call a name. So how it was done. Yeah. So I got you back, Uncle Rel. Don't worry about it. I like it.
Bad as these eyes are, as Marsh knocks down that first attempt, it rattles in and down. She moves well without the ball, and you said it best, KB, as the second attempt is nothing but the bottom of the net. She's going to be active down low. We'll watch her as the game progresses.
Right.
And the Bison now pick up a full court press as the Spartans try to move it down, going right to left on your dial. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. 6-2, Howard University.
And here at KRSB, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
So we need 6 eyes on this court.
Yes, we do. Great ball movement. Near side three-pointer off the back of the iron. No good for Norfolk State. A scramble for the ball underneath. Looks like jump ball is being called. Possession arrow will go towards the Bison.
They need to get something going offensively. Talk about the men kind of sluggish in the first game that we did this afternoon. Lady Spartans need to really pick it up because Howard can make this ugly very quickly.
It's number 1 versus number 2. Nice look inside Marsh. Back underneath down to, looks like Fort Davis. She couldn't put it up, but Marsh so active underneath. She's going to get the offensive board, and we'll pay attention to that, kid. That's 2 offensive boards back to back, and Marsh is being active down low.
Right. Norfolk State is going to need to get on that defensive glass.
We'll look at how. Go ahead, Keith.
Howard already showing that they're, running their offense. They're being patient. They're getting it inside to the post, taking high percentage shots.
Howe taking it upon herself to go up high off the glass. She knocks the basket down 8-4. Howard University as the Spartans pick up full court pressure. Tip ball almost a steal, but Howard gets it across the timeline, going left to right. Setting up the offense at the top. That's Harris calling out the play. Spartans in a 2-3 zone. Again, down low. Look at Marsh. Yeah. Marsh is calling for it. She's got it deep in the lane. Yeah. The turnaround is good. 10-4 Bison.
Back to the basket. It's money.
Norfolk State having trouble with that inside game. Here comes Howell across the timeline, going right to left. Bison extending out now. Looks like a man coverage for them. Howell trying to penetrate. Gets into the free throw line. Over to the far corner for a three-pointer. No good. A nice look, but a skying rebound underneath for Warren. She can't connect, and here comes the outlet. Howard University out with the ball. Hesitation now. Nice look inside from Fields to the active Marsh. She looks like she's going to draw the foul. We're going to see it have a timeout here, and we're going to take a break here from the Norfolk Scope in Norfolk, Virginia, the 2022 MEAC tournament. It's Howard on top, 10-4. We'll be right back.
Everyone loves representing their HBCU. Let us show you how Fly Foods can help you feel like a game. For the best selection in HBCU apparel, visit flyfoodsapparel.com. Live Fly.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
Into the dynamic sports coverage of KRSB Network. Now back to the 2022 MEAC tournament.
That's right. Welcome back to the 2022 MEAC tournament. Here as the women play for all the marbles. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davy Smith III bringing you the action. And of course, you see the Bison working the inside, Kia, and no one seems to have an answer for Marsh early.
Right, she's getting it, catching it deep, back to the basket, turning around and putting the post move on her. She's playing like a true center.
I'm noticing that, Howard University is pushing the rocks. You mentioned her being a true center. This Howard team averages 65.7 points per game, which leads the MEAC, so they can't put the ball in the hole. But, of course, Norfolk State, conversely, is holding its opponents to 34.1%, which is nationally ranked. So we've got the top team scoring in the MEAC against one of the nationally ranked defensive teams. We're going to see what's going to pan out.
Yeah, well, we talked about it earlier. There's always going to be a little bit of championship game jitter. So look for the Spartans to get in their rhythm.
And they coming out of the timeout, easily handling the press. I'm going to set up the offense. Right to left on your dial, 3:50 left to go in the first half, 10-4 Bison. Near side, Howell on the near wing, drives to the free throw line. Out to the wing, another far corner three. They're trying to go back and forth, in and out. No good again. They're living by that three, but it's not going down. Here come the Bison. Across half court now. Up top, it's Hutton. Hutton checks in. Now back up top to Warren. She's going to set the offense up. Spartans now resting in that 2-3 defense. Hutton almost lost the dribble. Now, cross-court pass, ill-advised, a costly turnover. She almost hit Coach Vickers with that nice casket-sharp suit on, but it's going to be a turnover, and it's going to Norfolk State. 3:17 left to go. A good look now on the Jumbotron here at the Norfolk scope of Coach Vickers, trying to get his number 2 ranked Spartans into the big dance. Spartans now across half court, going right to left. Up top to Francis. Francis near side to Williams. Williams back up to Francis. Looks like we're going to be in a man-to-man now for Howard University. Howell penetrates. Nice hesitation move and the kiss off the glass. Oh, she's got to make it. No good, but to put back underneath. Way to go for Williams and the Spartans.
Yeah, nice cleanup by Williams on that play. It was a beautiful move to the basket. It did everything but go down.
And now the Spartans pick up full court pressure, easily handled by Howard University. Near side three-pointer for Francis. She knocked it down, feeling confident. 13-6. Howard University opening up the lead now.
Destiny Howell, a sophomore out of Queens, New York, deep three-pointer.
Frustration now on the ill-advised pass turnover. Here comes Howard on the outlet, near side, up against the glass, no good. Shot up by Thorpe, and now here comes the Spartans the other way across half court. Howard now to the top of the key. Norfolk State for a three-pointer, in and out, no good. Howard with the rebound, pushing the rock. Leading scoring team in the MEAC now, coming the other way. Near side three-pointer off the front of the iron, no good. A scramble for it. Nice bounce pass. Looks like Thorpe tried to find the big person underneath. It's going to be a tie-up under the basket with 1:58 left to go here. 13-6, Howard University on top.
That clock seems to be moving fast in this first quarter.
I was just thinking the same. It is moving. And of course, you know, what is also moving is the score in reference to Howard University. They are used to getting buckets, and they're definitely pulling away here early. Under the basket, the inbounds from Howard. Near court pass, again, almost thrown away. Nice crossover there, tracked down by Thorpe. Thorpe out of control, off the back of the iron. Here comes the rebound for the Spartans. Great defensive stance. Across half court is Howell with the hesitation. Far corner three-pointer. Off the back of the iron, tried to call glass, no good.
They're favoring that same play to the same side each time, and that three-pointer just isn't dropping.
It's not dropping, and you figure Coach Vickers must saw something in the film room because they're getting the shots, but it comes a point where you're down 7. You got to do better than this.
Right.
Inbounds at the top. Trying to go to Williams. Williams out of control on the turnover again, and Coach Vickers has to walk away, taking a moment. This Norfolk State team, uncharacteristically, inconsistent right now as they pick up a full court pressure. They've got to handle the rock a little better. Here comes Howard. Nice crossover on the far side there. That's Hutton. Hutton out of control, saved, and another turnover. Sloppy first half here. Here comes Norfolk State now. They got the numbers. Howell in the lane, off the glass. She's going to draw the foul. Seems like Howell is active, pushing the rock and getting to the lane, which is probably what Norfolk State needs right now to see the ball go in.
She's trying to create some offense. I mean, the three-pointer, I don't know what the stat is right now. I can't see it, but I know, same spot, same corner, 0 points.
Yeah, Norfolk State's 3 of 14 from beyond the arc. And, of course, shooting a hefty 50% is Howard University. So we are obviously seeing that just because you chug it doesn't mean it goes in.
That's right.
14 3-points? I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just the first quarter.
KB, you're doing your impersonation of Larry Vickers' arms up here.
Yeah,
All that man does is walk with his arms.
He always looks worried.
Howell definitely knocks down both of those important free throws. 13-8, Howard University on top. And now they're pushing the rock, trying to get past that relentless defensive pressure of Norfolk State. Near side to Fort Davis. She was wide open for the 8-foot baseline jumper, and she knocked it down. 15-8, Howard University over top of Norfolk State.
That looked good as soon as it left her hand.
He was studying that play after biology class all week. Vital.
Under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. It's Norfolk State now with the ball. Howell penetrating, looking for the give and go. She's going to take it herself off the iron hard, and here comes Howard University now with the chance probably to set up for one shot. They've got a little differential, maybe 10 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock, but near side three-pointer, nothing but the back of the iron for Howell.
The Bison are, winning the board battle right now on both ends of the court. Norfolk State is one and done on their offensive end. They're going to have to do better.
That's a great point. Definitely not getting high percentage opportunities. And, Howard University, being that they know how to score, leading the MEAC, you don't want to give them too many chances.
I'm just going to be quiet because I saw something. So it's just your Uncle Real. I'm just going to be quiet.
I mean, hey, it's all family here. I see that the broom. Would it be the broom and the permeating floor possibly? Okay. Because we're getting the broom timeout as the players resume. They're inbounds here.
My daughter asked me for blue hair, and I just saw some blue hair on the court. So,
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know if it was Remy or Malaysian.
I don't know.
Under 20 seconds left to go. Francis with the ball for Norfolk State. She's been active. Over on the wing, we're going right to left. Spartans down 15-8, trying to cut into it. Under 10 seconds to go in the first. Near side, jumper off the glass, no good, but she's going to draw the foul. And, of course, the Spartans slowing down the offense, able to get to the line and be able to slow down this onslaught for Howard University.
Yeah, Howard University, 15-8, they got the advantage. Their defense, Norfolk State really not doing anything to penetrate the defense. And taking a look at the lineups here on the floor for Howard University, got Hutton, Howell, Fort Davis, and Harris. Norfolk State putting in some more substitutions. 6.9 seconds. KB, that's going to give Howard with an opportunity for the final shot.
Right. 6.9 seconds, enough time to push the ball and get a high percentage shot. We'll see what they'll do with it.
You also have to wonder with those three-pointers, of course, obviously 3 of 15 as she knocks down the second attempt, as Coach Vickers may, prefer to go inside. Full court pressure now, setting up for the last shot. And, wow, you got to hate it when you get an opportunity for a possible foul away from the ball. Thank goodness.
That's going to be Norfolk State's 4th team foul.
I mean, she hadn't even gotten across half court. Inbounds now. Three-pointer will count if it goes. No good. Of course, a herky-jerky first quarter. 15-10 is our score. Howard University on top, but Norfolk State clawing their way back. We're going to take a break. Stay with us. This is the 2022 MEAC tournament right here on the KRSB network.
I need to file my tax return right the first time. How can I be sure to do that?
Doing your taxes yourself? Using e-file is the best way to file an accurate tax return. Mistakes can delay your refund, so spend an extra few minutes making sure you can file an accurate return the first time around. Avoid common errors by spelling all names correctly and using correct Social Security numbers. Double-check your bank account numbers for direct deposit and double-check your math, too. Oh, yeah, don't forget to sign and date your return.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime. Any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.
Be sure to join the KRSB Network for the most comprehensive coverage of the 2022 MEAC tournament. You're going to have Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird, Davey Smith, and Terrell Dupree. And you can find all the action live on the KRSB Network Instagram page, as well as the KRSB Network YouTube page for all of the exciting action right here on the KRSB Network.
Everyone loves representing their HBCU. Let us show you how Fly Codes can help you feel like a game. For the best selection in HBCU apparel, visit flycodesapparel.com. Live Fly.
Relentless 9 clothing brand. Born in Hampton Roads, carved out of an HBCU. It's not just a clothing brand, it's a movement. Visit us at www.relentless9.com.
To the dynamic sports coverage of KRSB Network. Now back to the 2022 MEAC tournament.
Hello and welcome back to the Norfolk Scope and the 2022 MEAC Tournament, the Women's Championship. I'm Terrell Dupree, along with Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith III. And of course, back to the action. 15-10 is our score. Howard University on top. Of course, Norfolk State trying to cut into this lead, and Coach Vickers needs to get some better guard play, more penetration as we're back to the action. Francis now with the rock. Williams now back to Francis, near side, going right to left on your dial. 9:48 left to go in the first half. On the far wing, man-to-man coverage for the Bison. Skip pass near side. Now the drive, nice look underneath from Franklin to find the basket for Turner for the putback under the glass. And that's a great job out of the timeout for Norfolk State.
Patience paid off that time. They decided to move the ball around and look for something other than that corner three.
That's great ball movement, too. As you say, great ball.
Near side, nice drive by the Bison. That was Harris trying to get to Thorpe. She couldn't make it happen. And now, of course, Norfolk State with the ball. Here's Francis. She's setting up the offense. Man-to-man defense for the Bison. Norfolk State in their green jerseys going right to left. Now near side to switch off. That's Franklin. Of course, KB, they're doing a lot more weaving with the ball. Franklin now on near side. Francis, that is. She thought about the jumper inside. Near side for the three-pointer. No good. Skying rebound. It's going to be tied up underneath. Possession arrow faces Howard University.
They're going to get an offensive foul on Norfolk State.
Wow.
Foul was on. I got to know, Deuce, what is Norfolk State shooting from downtown? I mean, they were 114 in the first quarter. The second quarter, they come out, KB, the same thing.
Right. Just to the other side.
4 of 7 from beyond the arc, 24% from the field. And now another steal for Norfolk State, who is ranked 4th in Division I colleges, coming up with a big steal. And Francis with the hesitation going to the lane. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay right there with Norfolk State. But again, the leading steals team in the MEAC, number 4 overall in Division I, they've got to have that stat come up big for them.
Right. Look for Deja Francis to keep pushing that pace. You know, this year in the MEAC, she's averaging 16.7 points per game in the conference and shooting 78.7% from the free throw line. So she's a baller.
On the inbounds, underneath the basket, back up top, into the hands of Williams. Williams now back to Downs. Downs setting up the offense, barking out the call. Over on the far wing, going right to left on your dial. Now flashing out to the top is Williams. Williams with a spin move, a little out of control, looking for the bailout call, but she needs to get luggage because she's called for traveling. We're going the other way.
That may be one of those flights where you don't need your luggage.
Right.
Get on the plane and get out. She ran right into Hutton. And I'm not going to say anything about Miss Hutton all night, KB.
Don't do it.
I'll be good.
Just don't
Tempting,
do it.
but I will be good.
Hey, look, Hutton leads the league in rebounds, so she can claim the glass. That's what we better say about her. On the far side, three-pointer. It's going to count. Knocked it down, and yes, she's going to the line for a possible 4-point play.
4-point play. Wow.
Miss Howell knocking it down from back in the concession stand.
Yeah. Well, you know, the scoreboard had been quiet for a few moments. Howard had a lot of trips down there without any points. So, you know, maybe that was just the boost they needed to get going again.
Reckless closeout by Norfolk State. 3-point shooter. You go up, but you got to come down, not into the player.
Sophomore guard out of Queens, New York, completes the 4-point play. And now 19-12, Howard University up by 7 and picking up full court pressure as Norfolk State inbounds the ball. Trying to get it across half court, going right to left. A costly steal, and the pressure working wonders. Player fell down for the Bison, and of course they quickly go to check her out. She's fine. What's not fine is Coach Vickers and the official having a discussion, and the fact that his Spartans can't seem to get it across half court.
That was a great read on that press. She put it on the 6 o'clock news. And
another reckless foul by the Lady Spartans. Down. They were on the verge of really trimming his lead. Could be a 3-point contest. Instead, they're down by 7.
That's the most I've ever seen Coach Vickers be animated.
Norfolk State now on a 1-2-2 defense. And looks like the Bison trying to penetrate inside. Back up top now. That's Howell. Howell across the perimeter. She went all the way to the lane down, but a little uncontrolled, looking for someone down on the baseline. Didn't have anyone, throws it away, and Norfolk State defensively gets the turnover.
Howard right back in that full court press.
Spartans now 2 bouncers trying to quickly get it across, but careful as they go because Howard has certainly been putting relentless pressure on. And here goes Francis, handling it well, near side. Cross-court pass for a 3-pointer. Short, nothing but air, but Francis with the save and the put back underneath. Great job by Williams being there to clean up the mess, and the Spartans now cutting into it, 19-14, Bison on top.
Williams at 6'1" is the Spartans rim protector.
Heat check near side for Howell on a 3-pointer, no good. Spartans with the long rebound, coming back the other way. 6:45 left to go in the first half. Spartans now on the far wing. Inside down to the lane. Nice job feeding the big girl. She can't get it off the glass. It's going to remain with the Spartans. Looking inside for Dwara. She couldn't convert, but it's going to remain Norfolk State ball.
Howard keeping in fresh legs.
Exactly, Kate. Point that out. Constantly making substitutions.
On the inbounds now, it's Francis on the far wing, now near side to Williams. Williams inside the Fields. Fields, nice look inside again to Dwara. She puts it down, can't convert. And, of course, Howard now coming the other way. Nice crossover dribble, high arcing shot, nothing but air.
Wow.
Spartans come back with the rebound. 6:12 left to go. 19-14, Howard on top in this championship contest in the 2022 MEAC Conference. KRSB Network on location.
Spartans looking to slow things down.
Near side, Fields now away from the perimeter, calling out the play, trying to find the outlet. Over to the far corner. A dribble from Francis. Francis now back inside. Nice floater inside for Franklin. She can't convert. And another rebound for the Bison.
And just we have to point out, these refs are letting them play. This is a physical game so far.
I see nothing but elbows flying.
That's right.
Udoji on the near side for a 3-pointer. No good. And the Spartans will get the ball on a long rebound. Coach Vickers is a bit perplexed. Unable to, there's some rebounds that they're able to get, but coming back on the offensive side of the ball, they just haven't been able to convert.
Back Marsh with that foul. Both teams making substitutions. Trying to keep fresh legs, as you mentioned, Gabriel, on that floor.
Norfolk State now cautiously across half court. Fields is handling the rock for Norfolk State with 5:20 left to go in the first half. Near side now, trying to set up the offense. Man-to-man defense for Howard University. One bouncing down to the far side over to Francis. 5 seconds left. 4. Got to look at the shot clock. Near side. They got to hurry up and get it away. Nice Euro step inside. Off the glass. What a kiss. Beautiful shot there for Franklin. And it's 19-16, Howard University.
The Spartans doing a great job closing that gap. Notice they changed what they were looking for on the offensive end and going inside.
2-man game between Hutton and Harris. Near side shot, no good for Howell. And there's 3 possessions back-to-back now. Norfolk State been able to play and get the rebound. And, of course, now we've got a media timeout with the score. Howard University, 19. The Spartans cutting into it, 16. We'll be right back after these messages right here on the KRSB Network.
I need to file my tax return right the first time. Be sure to do that.
Doing your taxes yourself? Using e-file is the best way to file an accurate tax return. Mistakes can delay your refund, so spend an extra few minutes making sure you can file an accurate return the first time around. Avoid common errors by spelling all names correctly and using correct Social Security numbers. Double check your bank account numbers for direct deposit and double check your math too. Oh yeah, don't forget to sign and date your return.
And welcome back to the 2022 MEAC tournament, the women's title game between the Howard University Bison and the Spartans of Norfolk State University. 19-16 is our score. Howard University on top. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith III here bringing you the action. Across half court now, the Spartans with the ball. Going right to left. Nice crossover inside the dump down low. Great job to find Franklin for another bucket off the glass. Great penetration out of the timeout again for Norfolk State.
Yep.
19-18, a 1-point game now. As Fields gets it off into the hands of Francis. Francis now back to Fields. Far side looking for Hutton.
Howard needs a basket, Deuce. They haven't scored in the last 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Shot no good for Hutton. The putback underneath for Udoshi. She can't get it, but it's going to remain right here in a drought for the Bison. We mentioned it. 3 trips down now, 4 without being able to put it in the basket.
And again, those refs' whistles are staying silent on those fouls.
Another foul underneath, and Coach Vickers certainly in the ear of the officials. Near side inbounds, going left to right on our dial. Udoshi now back up top to Howell. Howell now finds Hutton. Hutton now sets the offense up. Just under 10 minutes to go on the shot clock. 19-18 is our score. Howard with the ball. Hutton to the top of the key now. 2-3 defense for Norfolk State. Hutton bailed out, trying to go inside. Check that. That was Warren trying to penetrate. We're going to call a foul away from the basket.
As you said, Deuce, that 2-3 zone defense that the Spartans are showing the Bison seems to be slowing down their offense. They're not getting those inside looks that they were getting in the first quarter.
3:42 left to go in the first half. The number 1 ranked Bison. And at the line now, that was a shooting foul. And the first attempt is up and good.
They needed that bucket. As Orlando pointed out, it's been a drought.
Second attempt.
But it was a 6-0 run by Norfolk State.
Yeah, it was.
No good for Warren on both of those free throws. He made one. I'm sorry. Check that. We're going the other way. Norfolk State going right to the left. Near side now. 2-3 defense on the other side. Man-to-man, I'm sorry, for the Bison. Francis working the rock. Near side. Bounce pass inside. They're looking for Williams. Nice turnaround. Little out of control. Great defense. Stand down on the ground. Here come the Bisons. They've got numbers now. Norfolk State gets back looking down low to March. March couldn't handle the pass. And, of course, Norfolk State got back on defense. They're going to get a chance to get up and set the offense.
I don't know if you all noticed this, but does it seem like the women don't complain as much to the ref as the men? Or is that just me?
You're not going to get me to off, KB. We're going to keep it PC.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's keep it.
I'm asking for a friend.
No, you're asking for a friend.
Left to go here. Back to the action. Norfolk State struggling. Another costly turnover. And now here comes Howell. Got the numbers, the up and under. Scoop, will she get it to go? No, but she's going to the line. And, of course, Norfolk State, again, with an ill-advised shot, a poor possession down here offensively. And Howard is just chipping away, and obviously got shots at the free throw line again.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move to the basket. If she would have finished that, wow.
Might have been a top 10 on ESPN.
Yeah, this Howard crowd that is here would have exploded.
That pass, they said telegraph that pass. She put that pass on a donkey. That's how slow it was moving. That young lady came out the air and snatched it.
Yeah.
A great move on the offensive side of the ball.
Howe now, the 5'11" guard, knocks them both down. 22-18. Got a quick stop and play with 2:37 left to go. The officials now get the ball to State. State inbounds it. Full court pressure again, which is giving Norfolk State problems. Bison pick up at half court. Now near side, Francis to the free throw line, going across the perimeter. She's setting the offense up, backing it back out. 14 seconds on the shot clock, going right to left on your dial. Spartans trailing 22-18. Now to the top of the key. Near side, Francis trying to penetrate. She's at the top of the key. Near side for Franklin. Franklin cross-court pass, far side, defense playing well, shot clock violation, just really poor possession. And Coach Vickers, just again with that statement, arms folded posture, he's frustrated.
Yeah, well, they have been trying to slow the pace down, but that time a little bit too slow, running out of time on that shot clock. So here comes Bison, the Bisons with the push, trying to end this first half on top.
22-18, and here comes Howard University, near side to Fields. Fields back to, looks three-pointer, White, Francis. Now over to Howell. Howell for the three-pointer, and now Norfolk State coming back, trying to beat this pressure, trailing 25-18. Francis now across half court, 1:38 left to go in the first half. It's for all the marbles here in this championship. Far court pass inside, trying to go to the big body down low. A scramble for it. Yes, and they finally got it back. Francis thought about the three-pointer. She's going to rock it. No good off the back of the iron. Skying rebound for Marsh. There's a tie up underneath. Possession arrows going towards Howard University. And, of course, now some last-minute words being uttered on the other side.
Howard hit that last basket with their first shot in like over 3 minutes of the game. Everything was from Howard.
Head coach Ty Gray has to be pleased with the way the defense is playing. Howard with the ball again, near side, going left to right. That's Fields. She's setting up the offense. Over to Marsh. Marsh back to Francis. Another steal for Norfolk State. They've got the numbers. 3-on-1. Up with the left hand off the glass. Count the basket for the Spartans. Great transition bucket. Under a minute left. Back the other way. Another transition bucket. You got to get back on defense. KB, costly for the Spartans.
Looks like she was cherry picking a little bit, but nonetheless, great finish.
And now again, as the pace picks up, Francis trying to do a little bit much out of control. She was fortunate to draw the foul, and she'll get to the line with 35.8 seconds left to go. 27-20. Howard University on top.
KB, now you said cherry picking. Is that because the young lady's name is Mark? Really? You said cherry picking. Her name is Mark. Really?
I'm just saying. It was only an observation.
I'll stop.
Hey, look, I love it when y'all get together. As the first hierarchy attempt drops to the bottom for Francis.
Francis again is almost 80% from the line.
Second attempt is good. And, of course, both teams are going to need to knock down those free throws depending on how this game progresses. As we look at the lineups for both teams, Norfolk State has Francis, Fields, Savage, Franklin, and Dewara. And on for Howard is Howell, Warren, Fort Davis, Marsh, and Harris. And to the near side on a baseline jumper, no good, but right on cue, Marsh tries to put it back up. She can't get it. Spartans contesting the rebound. It's going to be a foul underneath the basket. Great effort.
There was 3 fouls before the whistle went off, though.
Oh, spoken from the official way up here.
Talk about effort, dude. Great effort catching that water bottle.
Hey.
Sabotage the whole broadcast.
These hands work up here,
Where's Davey? Davey in the VIP lounge?
No, he said he was going out in the field.
Davey got me some nice shea butter from the vendors that were here, though. Great shea butter from the vendors. I'll be utilizing that. At the line now is Warren with 21.2 seconds left to go. And Warren is a junior out of Okeke, Maryland. Hope I didn't butcher that. First attempt is up.
Well, the Bison are fairly young. They only have 2 seniors on their roster. This team is mostly made up of freshmen, sophomores, and a few juniors sprinkled in there. But this is a young team. So look for Howard to make noise for a few years in the MEAC.
Second attempt rattles in good, 29-22. And, of course, with great success, you see the Bison pick up full court pressure on the Spartans, who just inbound the ball. A couple of dribbles right there, having some problems trying to get it across. Here's Francis. Near side now to Franklin. Franklin back to Francis.
Just got it over that time.
7 seconds left to go in the first half. They need to pay attention to the clock. Francis trying to find room near side. She's going to force up a shot on the left side of the glass. No good. That's going to end the first half. And, of course, the Bison playing well down the stretch. Up top, 29-22 over the Spartans of Norfolk State in this MEAC championship game. And, of course, when you look over at some of the numbers here, Kia, we've got Francis with 6 points. Duara with 5, the leading scorers, and Francis leading all scorers with 6. Duara with 5 rebounds, and of course Downs with a couple of assists. Norfolk State hasn't been able to handle the pressure well, getting the ball inbounds, and we saw them switch up from those threes early in the first half.
Right.
But they haven't had a whole lot of play selection underneath as well.
Well, I mean, we saw more, post moves and inside action in that second quarter. But, as you said, that first quarter was all about the three-pointer, and it wasn't effective because Howard was cleaning up the glass every time. So, Coach Victor's made some adjustments that helped to close this gap. But, Norfolk State is going to have to do a better job at taking care of the ball on that full court press.
And they're 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Excuse me, they're 0 for 11, I'm sorry, from beyond the arc. And that's got to get better because you got to climb back into this contest. If you can't knock a 3 down, you can be reluctant to shoot it as well.
That's right. Howard is one of the stronger rebounding teams in the MEAC, so it's going to be important.
We're going to get to the halftime session, and hopefully the outcome for the Spartans could possibly be better because it's for everything. We're going to wrap up. We're going to make sure that we get a chance to hear from the halftime show. We're going to make sure that we bring some of these stats for you. Of course, there's a lot of activity going on in Scope. Great job with the MEAC conference and the activities here in the area. So we'll be back with the second half action. It's Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith. This is the KRSB Network, and you're listening to us here at the 2022 MEAC Tournament.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime. Any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast. The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime. Any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.
Hello and welcome back to the 2022 MEAC tournament, the women's finals. This is Terrell Dupree along with Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davy Smith III, who I did see down in the halftime break. Norfolk State trailing 29-22 at the hands of the Howard University Bison. And of course, Howard University has taken it to Norfolk State. But more importantly, Spartans haven't been able to handle the press, Kia.
Well, you know, in true Howard and Norfolk State history, it's a close contest. It's only a 7-point difference. So, you know, look for the second half for both teams to make some adjustments. You know, I would think that Howard would continue to press because it's been so effective.
And we're back on the court, switching sides. The Spartans now going left to right. Francis, Fields, Downs, Williams, and Duara. And for the Bison, Howell, Warren, Fort Davis, Marsh, and Harris. And right off the bat, a turnover for Norfolk State.
Yeah, we talked about them taking better care of the ball.
On the near side is Warren. Warren now looking for Harris. Harris back up to Warren, trying to go down low.
That was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, she was looking for Fort Davis, trying to rush it. Fortunately for them, it was last touched by Norfolk State. It's going to remain Howard basketball, going right to left on our dial. Man-to-man defense. Nice look inside, up and under, move.
Wow, beautiful power move.
Yes, Fort Davis for the basket. 31-22, Howard on top. Here comes the Spartans now. Francis pushing the rock, going left to right. The Bison now in a 2-3 defense. Francis at the top of the key. Now to the far wing. Nice extra pass to the far corner for a three-pointer. Nothing but air. A struggle rebound picked up again by the Bison. And they're going to push the rock going right to left now across the half court. Over to Howell. Now setting up the rock is Marsh, calling out the plays at the top of the key. Far corner three for the Bison. High arcing off the back of the iron. No good, but no Spartan in sight. Another long rebound for the Bison. And now a second chance three-pointer near side for Howell. She can't convert. And here come the Spartans. Francis quickly across half court now. Little stutter step on the crossover. Skip pass, far corner for a three-pointer. Off the back of the iron, no good. And almost like deja vu. The Spartans came out shooting that corner three, Kia, on one end of the court. They're coming back 2 possessions now, the same play.
Right, and those long rebounds aren't in their favor.
Howard's trying to put the death blow on Norfolk State. He's talking about #1 versus #2. They're trying to get them out of this ball game.
They are putting the pressure on the knees right now and obviously trying to extend this lead. 8:15 left to go in the third. Howard with the ball now on the far corner with the wing. That's Harris. Harris at the wing with a turnaround from the free throw line. No good. Rebound for Norfolk State. Here come the Spartans now, pushing the rock into the lane, near side. Looking on the end for Williams, who tried to go baseline. She was a bit out of control, but it was a foul on Howard University, so it's going to remain right here with Norfolk State.
I like the way she's trying to push the basketball and create some offense other than, you know, that corner three-pointer. I keep talking about it, but it's, you know, they're not making any adjustments.
On the inbounds now, crossover, but out of control and a costly turnover. Almost got it back. That was Downs for Norfolk State with the turnover. And, of course, Howard University pushing the rock. They're going to get the ball on the near side half court. It's Waring on the inbounds with 7:52 left to go in the third quarter. 31-22 is our score. And the Bison now trying to add to it as Harris comes across half court going right to left. 2-3 defense for Norfolk State. Nice head fake on the far wing. Now back up top to Harris. Near side to Warren, but that fake jump pass also moved the steps to pivot, and it's a travel. We're going the other way.
And they're right back in that full court press again. Ready to, you know, force the Spartans into another turnover.
Norfolk State definitely wants to pick up pressure. Howard, as Norfolk State inbounds the ball. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davy Smith in the championship contest at the 2022 MEAC conference. Spartans now handling the press, going left to right on your dial. On the near wing is Francis. Now far over to Duara. Inside back to Williams. Nice kiss off the glass. Nice give and go. And Norfolk State now cutting into that drought. Finally got on the board.
That's what they needed.
And now Coach Vickers coming out of the blazer and also switching up some of the defensive calls right there with the pressure. It was a 2-minute scoring drought right there. And, of course, Coach Vickers switched it up, caught Howard off guard, and caused the turnover.
With a young team, KB, you said that earlier. There are only 2 seniors on this team.
Right.
Young team kind of handling business, but let's see if age becomes an issue.
Ill-advised shot now as Howard comes back with the ball. A stop pop inside the lane. No good for Warren. She gets her own rebound.
Howard continues to clean up on the glass.
Setting up the offense is Harris. She goes on the far wing now. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Back up top, but a nice anticipation by Norfolk State on the steal. And wow, what a hard foul, but she's okay.
You heard that up here.
I did.
That was a hockey body check.
Yeah, the only difference is the way that she hopped up wouldn't have been me. That's Downs. She hopped up. Terrell wouldn't have that fast.
What Wyclef say? Someone please call 911.
Yeah, I would have still been down. Definitely. Norfolk State with the ball. 6:30 left to go in the third quarter. Francis now. Let's get past on the far wing. Now near side, Francis. Jump shot at the free throw line. No good. But the skying offensive rebound for Norfolk State. The putback also no good, but it's going to draw a foul. Coach Vickers has to be happy keeping the possession down on his end of the court.
Right. And getting the rebound. Rebounding is going to be key in this second half, especially for the Spartans.
And Francis. Obviously busy.
Marsh, the senior out of Houston, Texas, for Howard. And her foul situation, that's her third personal foul. So if you're Norfolk State, you want to go at the big young lady underneath, KB, possibly get her out of this contest.
Right. So far, no substitutions. We saw a lot of fresh legs coming in and out in that first half. You have to wonder when these coaches are going to start going to their bench.
Spartans now trying to apply pressure. Handled well by the Bison. Near side three off the front of the iron. No good. Here comes the Spartans on the rebound, pushing the rock. Near side for Francis. She's going to the rack. Double clutch shot off the iron. No good as well. To put back offensively. Great for Dewara. And Norfolk State cutting into a 31-28. Howard still on top.
3-point ball game, Deuce. 3-point ball game. We talk about the youth of Howard.
Right.
Number 2, saying that we want to go where our guys are.
That's true.
Both teams have something to play for. Oh, nice hesitation and crossover. Getting to the lane and the basket. Silky smooth move. And we're going to go to the rack to make a 3-point play. Wow, excellent for Howard.
Impressive move to the basket. She finished extremely strong and took that contact.
How many times she probably did that in the courts up in New York? Like, I think her brothers and some kids up on the court.
That's right.
That was a grown folk move.
Yeah, that was sick there. That was definitely on the hardwood. She set her up with the hesitation, the hard bounce crossover, and just got to the rack. She didn't waste time.
We got to see a little bit of the bench reaction on the Jumbotron. They're loving it.
And she knocks down and completes the 3-point play, 34-28. And here comes Howard again, full court pressure. We're going to see how fresh those freshman legs are. Spartans now cautiously moving it across the timeline, going left to right. Another bounce pass. They finally handle it well. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Nice job getting it deep inside the lane. Can't get the go, but an offensive rebound for Norfolk State. 2 opportunities, and now inside the smallest person on the court, Warren comes out trying to get the rebound, but there was a tie-up underneath.
The Spartans are going to have to convert on those layups. They did a great job cleaning up the glass, but weren't able to convert.
And I like what Dewara, she was deep in the blocks. They fed her well on the outlet, and she just couldn't convert. And they also were able to get the offensive rebound. They've just got to also realize that once you get that, be looking to put it back in the hole.
Yeah.
5:10 left to go in the third quarter. 34-28. Howard University on top, pushing the rock, going right to left.
Spartans trying to get the Bison a little taste of their own medicine by putting on a full court press.
Bison seemed to be handling it well, setting up their half-court offense. Ill-advised pass, costly right now. Howard University trying to go and set up on the wing, threw the ball away, and Norfolk State gets it back.
Time out on the floor, Juice. Got it. I'll take this one, 34-28. Howard on top. KB, the Spartans were trying to come back. Howard answering, just what you expect between a number 1 and number 2 seed, dude.
Not only that, you have the top scoring team in the conference against the best defensive team, a nationally ranked defensive team in Norfolk State. So the wheels are battling against each other, but we want to see who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about the closeness of these last 2 contests. You know, on February the 7th, February 10th at Howard, Norfolk State took the loss 67-71. And then right in March on the 3rd, they won 62-58. So, you know, these 2 teams know how to play one another. It's just going to be a matter of at the end who wants it more.
Right now, the city of Norfolk is wanting it more, meaning the MEAC and this experience. What a great job the MEAC has done here. The city of Norfolk, the region of Hampton Roads being able to benefit. Yes, the weather has been inclement, but of course, this has been a great tournament. And when you're getting a chance to go dance at the national level, you just got to be very impressed with the host city, Norfolk, and what the MEAC has been able to do.
It seems like you're talking, they're smacking the cymbals, beating the drums. I think it's best that we just go for a quick 30-second break.
Yes, because I play better than those drums. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith here at the 2022 MEAC tournament. We'll be right back right here.
On the KRSB Network.
Reflection Design is an online retailer that specializes in unique African art, home decor, and accessories. We work directly with artisans in Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda to bring you handmade heirloom quality wall art, baskets, tableware, pillows, and more. African art can change the mood and brighten up a room. It can also tell a story, and it reflects who you are. Check out our collection at www.reflectiondesign.com. That's reflection with a K, reflectiondesign.com.
42 years, wow, what? Happy anniversary, WNSB from Orlando Hughes, class of 1997, and the KRSB Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the action. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith III. Norfolk State back on, going left to right on your dial, near side. That's Fields on the floor, along with Francis, Downs, Franklin, and Dewara for Norfolk State. Francis with the floater, no good. Skying rebound now, pick back up, offensive rebound for Norfolk State. Great job, a nice hustle. Francis is going to reset defensively. Howard, Hutton, Howell, Warren, Fort Davis, and Harris on the floor for the Bison. 4:18 left to go, 34-28 in this third quarter. Howard on top. Far corner 3. She decides to go inside, off the glass, higher percentage shot, no good. A scramble for it in the lane. Nice hustle by the ladies. It's a tie-up. Possession arrows going the other way.
Norfolk State is getting some good looks at the basket, but they've got to finish. That baseline was wide open for her.
Yeah. 4-5 in the third. This third quarter appears to be slower than half, kind of first and second quarter, I should say.
That first quarter flew by.
Clock operator had to obviously get home. Handling the press, the Bison now trying to get the ball in the rack, but out of control guard play, a costly turnover. And now, if you're Coach Vickers in Norfolk State, going up against the top scoring team in the conference, you got to take advantage of these turnovers.
Sure.
Just under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Double team here as the ball gets across half court, going left to right. Near side is Francis with the ball, setting up the offense. Looks like a 2-3 zone, but penetrating by Francis. Rolling through the tall trees. She couldn't convert, but the cleanup and the putback, no good again. And the Bison come back with the rebound and pushing the rock the other way. Across half court, Harris now at the top of the key. Near side for Howell. She can't convert. A rebound underneath. That won't go for Hutton. Norfolk State with a great defense, and wow, physical battle underneath. 2 players get tangled up. They're both okay. No fouls called.
And I'm just going to point out that no one complained to the referee after that. I'm just saying.
This ginger neutral message brought to you in part by
All right. Yeah, Bird, Lower Merion, Pennsylvania.
Corporate just called on that.
They did.
These young ladies just
Corporate thought
casually
about you too.
walked back to the bench.
Corporate was happy listening to Terrell Decree on the play-by-play. Kia Bird, I'm not doing it, but you might remind him.
Oh
he's
my
gotta
goodness.
Monitor this KRS3 network all
Hey,
together.
hey, listen. Anytime O is there, it's like the parents are away, the kids will play.
All the time.
And we're at a timeout. Seriously, as we kind of frame everything and what's at stake. It's 3:18 left to go here in the third quarter.
So what do you all think if the Lady Spartans pull off this win? What will it mean to Norfolk State University to have both their men and women's team win the championship in 2022?
Well, Uncle Rel, you live down here, so I mean, from your perspective, you elaborate first if you don't mind.
Sure. Well, I will tell you that it has been probably since we all were on the air in the late 90s, in the old CIAA days where we had the LaMonica Filers, the Bullock Twins, the Michelle Sessoms, that group, the Antoinette Coffees. That was the last time that I remember where both the men's team and the women's team both had a chance to win. Now, obviously, we were in the CIAA,
right?
So we didn't have a chance to advance nationally. We went to the Division II tournaments and all. But as far as this goes, it would be huge. It would be a marketing bonanza. And you think about the revenue and recruitment aspects. It's just, it's off the charts.
Right.
You talk about LaMonica Fly. Oh man,
I mean,
that whole starting lineup.
I mean, I'm a historian, man.
One of the best on-ball defenders Norfolk State has probably ever had.
Representing Maryland, Baltimore.
So Tony Coffey, Michelle Sessom, Latina Bullock, Christy Green at center. They broke my heart in Louisville, Kentucky.
LaMonica Filer.
I know, yes, with Monty Fowler at that point. I know you ladies are about, not going to say your age, but I wanted that championship. And I know they were in Louisville. They had me in North Dakota stuck for a week with the late, great Ricky King.
You had to go in two separate locations geographically in the nation. So, kid, to your point, it would be huge, and it's been almost a dub, almost a quarter century since they've been in this position.
Right.
That's it.
Little history for the KRSB listeners there.
Yeah. You know, we're old school NSU sports broadcasters. My heart. KRSB Network now.
And we got the T-shirt photos.
Corporate.
King Radio Sports Broadcasting Network. But we're going to stop it with the corporate. Keep it going. Officials.
Oh, was there a technical?
Yeah.
They must have ruled that a flagrant.
Well, there was a lot of contact. Let's see what the officials.
So they called the foul. Francis gets to shoot 2 shots from Norfolk State, so we had an opportunity to cut into this 6-point advantage.
It was a hard foul. I mean, players got tangled up. She did fall hard. First attempt is up and good.
About to start agreeing with Kia. Like, we didn't hear any complaints. Like,
it's only a matter of time before y'all saw it my way.
No players had to, right. Way to go, Kia.
Where's Mr. Tate for Norfolk State?
No players had to be separated. I mean, it's been some fouls now. You're right. I don't know what you're getting at, KB, but
well, I already got at it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, 34-29.
So you're just gonna sit right there, huh? Oh, you're just gonna let it go ahead and go, huh? You set us back 50 years ago.
Degree. Take it over, Uncle Ralph.
Back to the action now on the court. Francis trying to penetrate this 2-3 zone. Skip pass, far corner 3 for Norfolk State. They gotta have it. No good off the back of the iron. And a long rebound right there for Fort Davis into the hands of Harris.
We're doing a good job there. Spartans have an opportunity after opportunity, missing layups and those 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Out to the near side. Now inside, trying to go back to Harris. She can't handle it. Fort Davis had it knocked out of her hands, but it's going to remain with Howard University.
Norfolk State 0 of 14 from downtown. 0 of 14.
That's significant. It could change the entire complexion of the game. And now, with 10 seconds on the shot clock, Howard is inbounding underneath the basket. Nice inside look to the jutting defender, knocking it down. Howard University couldn't convert on that one, but they may come away with drawing the foul.
They did. And I believe it's going to be a shooting foul as well. It looked like she was going up, but maybe not.
Wow. I thought Fort Davis was diving to the basket. Should have been a shooting foul. But
Back up top. Warren now has it, setting up the offense. 2:35 left to go here in the third quarter. 34-29. Howard University on top of Norfolk State. Warren dribbling around the perimeter. Nice bounce pass inside. Couldn't handle it. Norfolk State got a fingertip on it, but obviously much to the chagrin of the crowd on hand here in Norfolk, Virginia.
Just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Howard is going to have to create something quick. Oh, they reversed the call.
Yeah. These eyes aren't the best, but even from up here, it looked like that was just an ill-advised pass out on the Bison.
Right.
Spartans with a chance now. Full court pressure again being applied by Howard. Francis quickly across near side. She gets it to Turner, who's at the top now. Francis back to being the ball handler on the near wing, going left to right. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith of KRSB Network here at the MEAC Championships. Some steps on the near side. Francis trying to go with the jerk move, but she's going the other way.
Walking away nicely.
A jab step, going the other side, and of course the Spartans picking up pressure. Near side to Sutton. Sutton across to Harris. And now Hutton, 2 dribbles inside.
No whistle.
A lot of play, letting them go. And now turnover for Norfolk State going the other way with the rock now. Howard couldn't convert. Here's Francis in the lane, back to the perimeter. Far corner 3 for the Spartans.
Whoa.
She wanted it, but it wasn't nothing but air.
Jump ball. That's going to be in the favor of the Spartans.
What a break.
You were loading up. You were about to swing and hit that out of the park and went in.
Well, the angle from here looked great. I mean, we're up here in the rafters that keep my nose from running with the elevation, but it did look good from the angle.
You were walking up that step after halftime very slow there, Oakland. Very slow.
Yeah, the oxygen tank is here. Underneath for the pass now. On top for Norfolk State. Around the perimeter. Top now. It's Downs. Back to Francis on the other side. Far wing. Trying to penetrate. Great defense. 2-3 zone. Near side 3 for the Spartans. Still on a drought as that 3-pointer won't go in and out. And here comes the Bison. They're running. Going on the far side. Nice scoop under for Sutton. She couldn't convert. And now rebound going to the near side the other way. Here comes Norfolk State. 34-29.
Both teams struggling to convert.
It's over 4 minutes now, Kia. And first one to break it could possibly get onto a roll. Inside, nice look. She's been waiting on the pass. Couldn't get it.
Right.
That was Fort Davis.
Coach Vickers, in Coach Vickers' style, pacing that floor.
55 seconds here left in the third.
These foul shots are important.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they, like you said, over 4 minutes. That's pretty much the third quarter.
Yeah.
Almost haven't scored.
And when you look at that drought, the ones that need to be converting and capitalizing will be Norfolk State. If you can keep the number 1 scoring team in your conference on a drought, you got to get back and get some of these points. Right here is the way that they can do it. You stop the clock and you get free points. They got to knock them down.
The last 2 contests were in the 60s and the 70s. Right now, we're stuck at 34-29. Unless they go on a scoring frenzy,
That first attempt is up and good. Norfolk State needs all of their free throws. 34-30 is the score. Howard University on top. 55 seconds left to go in the third quarter here from the Norfolk Scope. High arcing second attempt, in and out, but an offensive rebound underneath for Norfolk State.
She was battling her own player for that rebound. I guess she didn't realize there was a green jersey right there.
Should have been called traveling.
They were playing.
He stalled him out. 40 seconds left to go. Norfolk State and Francis calling out the play. She stops her dribble at the top. Near side for Downs. A poor possession rate there with Norfolk State having and letting the clock go down. And, of course, Howard University getting the turnover.
4:36 KB induced. 4:36.
That's a long time.
Norfolk State has been held scoreless in this contest.
Yeah.
Howard's on a little bit of a drought themselves.
And no one is converting on free throws, which is more important. Across half court now, the Bison handle the pressure. Norfolk State backs off. We're going to go back into their 2-3 pressure.
It's about a 3-second difference in the shot clock.
And we see Howard just sitting back waiting. Setting up the offense on the far perimeter now. Looking inside. That's Fort Davis. Fort Davis back out. Air ball shot for Hutton. No good.
You have to wonder if fatigue is starting to play a part. It's been a lot of up and down play this quarter.
Both teams were heavy substitutions in the first half.
Right.
Not as many here in the second half.
And you made a good point about those shots that always seem to tail off at the front of the iron. Fatigue, that's a great point. But what would be the excuse for Norfolk State? They're 0-4. So you were fresh at the beginning of the game as well. Inside handle underneath, no good. And that's going to end the third quarter, a sloppy third quarter, extremely sloppy, a scoreless to a certain extent third quarter. Nonetheless, the Bison, it's all about who has the most at the end. 34-30, Howard University on top as we start the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back right here on the KRSB Network.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime. Any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.
Be sure to join the KRSB Network for the most comprehensive coverage of the 2022 MEAC tournament. You're going to have Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird, Davey Smith, and Terrell Dupree. And you can find all the action live on the KRSB Network Instagram page, as well as the KRSB Network YouTube page for all of the exciting action right here on the KRSB Network.
Everyone loves representing their HBCU. Let us show you how Fly Foods can help you feel like a game. For the best selection in HBCU apparel, visit flyfoodsapparel.com. Live Fly.
Relentless 9 clothing brand. Born in Hampton Roads, carved out of an HBCU. It's not just a clothing brand, it's a movement. Visit us at www.relentless9.com.
I need to file my tax return right the first time. How can I be sure to do that?
Doing your taxes yourself? Using e-file is the best way to file an accurate tax return. Mistakes can delay your refund, so spend an extra few minutes making sure you can file an accurate return the first time around. Avoid common errors by spelling all names correctly and using correct Social Security numbers. Double check your bank account numbers for direct deposit and double check your math too. Oh yeah, don't forget to sign and date your return.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime. Any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.
Welcome back to the action. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davey Smith III here at the 2022 MEAC Tournament Championships. The ladies are in action, 34-30. Howard University on top and with the ball going right to left. Nice look down low, but thrown into the pep band by Norfolk State. It's going to remain Howard ball, but great job and aggressive defensive stance for the Spartans.
Welcome to my block party.
Okay, no words.
Underneath near side, driving to the basket was Fort Davis, who's going to put it up off the glass. Great shot.
Finally, we see a traditional basket. It looked like, just a couple of foul shots in that third quarter.
Spartans quickly across the court, going left to right. 36-30 is our score. 9:30 left to go in this contest for the championship and the chance to go dancing. Near side baseline drive from Norfolk State, no good, out of control, and it's going to bounce off Coach Vickers' leg, which means it's going the other way to the Bison.
Bison did a great job sealing off that baseline, not allowing her to get to the basket.
I think Coach Vickers doesn't know this is serious. That sport code is off.
Yeah.
Not doing a John Chaney look, but
he didn't want the sweat stains. This is tense.
It is. 2-3-D for the Bison. Spartans trying to cut into this lead, trailing by 6. On the far corner now. Bison with the rock. Spartans now with the 2-3 defense. Bison's trying to extend their lead. Near side. Going inside is Hutton trying to go up for the shot. Far corner jumper, no good for Howell. And a scramble for it on the basket underneath. And the enthusiastic charge from Howard University off the bench shows that the possession arrow looks to be going the other way.
Both teams are very scrappy. See a lot of those loose ball tussles. I mean, I don't know what the stat is, but it looks like we've had at least 6 jump balls, in this
turnovers,
game.
Tie-ups, KB.
Yes.
Correct. I mean, looking at the stats, guys, Howard's 3 of 13 from downtown. I can't believe Norfolk State's only taken 16 3-pointers. That is an illusion.
15 of them in the first quarter.
The whole hometown discount there. The turnover situation, Norfolk State was taking care of the ball a lot better, dude. They had only turned the ball over 6 times in the first half. Now they're up to 11. Howard had 16 in the first half. They're up to 18 now, but that's better. Only 2 turnovers as opposed to the 6 from Norfolk State.
Well, and the Spartans, they're averaging 12.9 a game, which obviously leads the MEAC. They got to have that. We talked about it early in the first half. They need to manufacture some turnovers to get more offensive possessions.
Howard cheerleaders giving us quite a show right now.
We're like the top of cheerleaders.
You said you weren't going to be messy.
Oh, man. Petty Pam in here, everybody. Taking a look at some of the team high scores, Howell leading all scorers with 17 points. She's definitely been active today. We called Fort Davis's name quite a bit, cleaning up the boards, KB. She's got 9 rebounds, and Warren is dishing the rock with 3 assists. So, some activity, but a rather low-scoring contest.
It is a rather low-scoring contest, but, I think we're in for a fun finish. It's going to be all about the push.
And, of course, Coach Vickers down along with Coach Grace, both playing for a title, both playing for the advancement, and more importantly, the notoriety of their program.
The ref gave Coach Vickers a warning, like, get your ladies out here.
You talk about playing for something. The last time these 2 teams have been to the tournament was 2001 and 2002.
Whoa.
So only 1 tournament win this century. So someone's going to be very happy as they go through the dance.
Wow.
I see a lot of H's flashing in the crowd.
Wow, inbounds, dangerous inbounds, almost stolen by Norfolk State. Howard will regain it and push it across half court. They've got the rock with 12 seconds on the shot clock. 8:40 left to go in this contest. Quick pass inside. Nice move to the turnaround for Thorpe, who puts it up and in 38-30 with 8:30 left to go here in the contest. 3-pointer far side for Norfolk State, and the drought is over. They finally hit it, KB.
Finally hit one, and what a time to hit it.
Sometimes seeing it go in may help.
Yeah.
38-33 is our score. Howard University with the ball quickly across half court, going right to left on your dial. Now far corner pass, 3-pointer, no good.
Oh.
And a rebound underneath, but there was a skirmish and a foul called, and 2 players are still down on the floor.
Well, we saw in the first game, it's something about that spot right there that gets very slippery.
And both of them underneath the basket.
Right.
And O mentioned it in previous broadcasts, but obviously the Admirals play here at the Norfolk Scope.
Right.
And so the ice is on the floor. Condensation, I'm not about to get scientific with you all, but the floor is permeating. It has certainly been breathing humidity, and it's been a task for the floor crew to keep it from being slippery for these ball players.
But they've done a great job so far. They're on it every time.
There's so much at stake. A player can't afford to get hurt. We hate for him to get hurt on that hard floor because of some water.
Yeah.
Back to the action. Under the basket, the inbounds for Howard. Man-to-man coverage looks like now 3-2 switch for Norfolk State. The Bison with the ball. 8 minutes left to go in this game, playing for a title. Near side 3-pointer up for Howell. She's fouled beyond the arc.
No, I think she stepped on the line.
She stepped on the line. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
I heard the whistle when she went up. I was looking for Coach Vickers' response. You got me right. I didn't see him lose it, so you were right. The indicator is Coach. Quickly, the Spartans now back with the ball, needing to make a move. It's all about right now, Kia.
Yeah.
38-33 is our score. Spartans near side now. Inside, bounce pass off the glass, no good for the Spartans. Skying rebound and a tussle jump ball.
Another tie-up. This time it favors Norfolk.
Fortunate every possession right now, extremely important.
5-point game with just under 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time.
As we look on the floor underneath Norfolk State now, Francis at the top of the key, working the rock. Now Fields stop and pop in the lane off the back of the iron, no good. And number 32, Marsh, who was active in the first half, still claiming the boards, and she's a presence down low.
Yeah, she's cleaning it up, giving Norfolk State one opportunity. They're not getting second and third looks at the basket when she's in the game.
Howell will be inbounding and some wholesale substitutions coming in.
You see Norfolk State immediately into that full court press. They need to try to get some stops.
Let's quickly take a look. We'll reset the lineups in a moment. Full court pressure as Hutton with the rock, near side. Crossover for Harris, and she is quickly engaged on the near side. Coach Vickers
picked up that little ticky-tack foul.
Yeah, and much to his chagrin, he doesn't want those fouls away from the basket.
No, because that could end up in a 1-on-1 situation at the end of this game, which they don't want.
7:15 left to go in this contest, Kia, and now at the top of the key is Marsh trying to find somewhere to go. Check that. That was Hutton with a strong move underneath. And put it up 40-33, a 7-point contest under 7 minutes to go.
That was great body control because it was weirdly contorted, but she got it to go in.
Francis inside the three-point line. Now back out behind the arc for a three-pointer. No good for Williams, and now a skying rebound.
It's going to stay with Norfolk State. It looks like it went off the hand of a Bison.
Taking a look at the replay here as the officials confer. 6:48 left to go. We're in the championship. Terrell Dupree, Kia Bird, Orlando Hughes, and Davy Smith III. On the inbounds now. Spartans with the ball at the top of the key, setting up the offense. Francis at the top of the key, trying to penetrate. Dumps it down to the offense, but can't get a chance to convert, and that's a costly turnover. Poor possession right there, Kia.
Yeah, Williams has to be ready to catch that ball. Francis is getting the penetration. She has to be ready.
That's a great point. And again, Spartans right back to full court pressure. 6:36 left to go. The ball handler is Harris. Harris quickly over to Howell. Howell now back to Harris. Dangerous there as Hutton now gets it across the timeline. Couple of dribbles to the top of the key.
Norfolk State favors this 1-2-2 zone defense.
Stopping the dribble on the near side is Hutton. Now over to Howell, who was fouled as she put a shot up on the far wing.
Norfolk State starting to rack up these team fouls. As we talked about just a moment ago, they could end up in a 1-on-1 situation.
Well, and you talked about it. Any fouls that are away from the basket, uncontested, they're going to burn and chafe any coaches. You know what? And, of course, now with 6-11 and having to give away some fouls and put people on the charity stripe, that's not what the coach wants. However, it's slowing the game down.
It is.
I actually found our missing link,
What happened?
Davy Smith has been located, so, let's go to the football man, Davy.
Hey, well, I was down on the floor, and the energy, it was a little rock and roll, but just seeing the fans, I said I need you to give the women the same energy you did to the men.
Certainly. Both free throws knocked down right there. Certainly equal opportunity broadcast here. 42-33 is our score. Here comes the Spartans.
Yes, corporate.
Please don't make me take my earrings off. Please.
On the near wing now. Stop, pop, jumper. Good on the near side for Downs. A much-needed basket for Norfolk State. And quickly a timeout called by the Spartans. Sorry, the delay of the game on the ball. Every whistle, you think with the timeout coverage and TV coverage here on the inbounds now. A dangerous pass.
Wow.
Just ill-advised, a mental breakdown right there. And again, the Spartans need to capitalize.
Yeah, Spartans seem to be playing with a little bit of a spark after that made jump shot and that turnover on the Bisons. Let's see how they try to cut into this 7-point lead.
Francis coming up to the wing, passes it off almost to Down. She got away with
steps.
Yeah, Down still getting away with steps, and finally got to the rack and got bailed out. She's gonna go to the rack. Coach Vickers is probably saying, "Yeah, I'll take it."
All right, so interesting observation, guys. There's a 3-point line above the circle. There's another line above that. There's an orange line, and then the obvious NBA line. How in the world do you know where to shoot from?
You know, looking at those lines, it's interesting you said that. It's actually the first time I've noticed them. I know it's a 3-point line. 1 of 2 on that exchange right there for Norfolk State. 42 to 36 is our score, but you're right. I'm not sure if there's a European league, if there are different ranges. I'm sure different feet from the basket, depending on which region you play in.
We're in Norfolk, Virginia, Deuce.
I mean, but you know, they got players from all over. You know, I mean, I'm with you on it. Wow, look at that play. A lot of activity, kid. No call. Spartans in the 2-3 defense, and the Bison now with the rock going right to left on your dial. They're going to probably look to milk some of this clock. A nice give and go down low, looking for Harris. It's a great job by Howe finding the man going down low, but she couldn't handle the rock.
That same spot. Wow.
It's got something is wrong with that spot.
Right.
Because we've been here for
2 days.
2 days, and no matter what the gender is, Uncle Rel, KB, everybody's falling and sliding on the ground. So maybe we'll talk to the new MEAC commission who's doing a great job. Asking some skates for next year.
Right.
So they can skate around in that corner.
First attempt up and good for Marsh. Yeah, sitting up this far.
Foul shot looked a little like a jump shot.
And quickly and out of control. The Spartans coming back down, but they draw the foul, trying to beat the press. And that foul is going to be called on Howe, who was trying to cut off the lane of the ball handler getting across half court.
Destiny's second personal foul.
On the court, we have Francis for Norfolk State, Fields, Downs, Dewara, and Williams, Hutton, Howell, Warren, Marsh, and Harris for the Bison. Norfolk State with the ball, going left to right on your dial. 5 minutes left to go in this contest, playing for a title and an advancement to the big dance. Near side going in. Spartans now with a floater. Count the basket and a chance now for a 3-point play. With 5 minutes left to go here in this contest.
Sure?
But we're going the other way.
Yeah.
Wow.
She got it for the charge.
Great call by Uncle Rel. He laid it out there, but the other official didn't agree with you.
Man.
Called him charge.
Just mad. Just laying on the floor, mad.
Yeah, you can see it too. Great drive. The Spartans really needed that, but they need every basket.
Right.
44 to 36.
Which is at the scorers table. Not sure what the debate is. Maybe they are not going to allow.
And that's SID Matt Mahalik for Norfolk State. That's down there at conferring at the scorers table as well.
I think it was a substitution issue.
And we see the official, SID, and of course the scorers table conferring. 5 minutes exactly left to go here at the Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. The 2022 MEAC tournament, the women vying for a big dance opportunity. No need for Cinderella in this one.
No.
No. Cinderella went home, and she's sleeping with the 7th horse right now. No fight. Not the women's tournament.
Just 2 battle-tested teams going at it.
And you figure it was basically a 3-way tie. So it was Howard University, Norfolk State, and Morgan. So Norfolk State with an unbelievable play yesterday to get to the championship to defeat Howard. And you talk about up in the hockey box. Michael Jefferson and I had brought all our equipment up in this last minute of the game. And Norfolk State with a phenomenal ending to a basketball game. They're here, but not necessarily sure. A lot of time left in this game, but they got to pick up their energy level.
They do. And, maybe their home crowd and the fact that their men won it earlier will help push them through. But, definitely needs to be some changes in taking care of the basketball.
And it's got to happen now, you all. 5:02 left to go. 44-36. And the Spartans have shown that they're having trouble still getting the ball across the court. So it's not just enough to try to trade baskets, because we know Howard University is the top scoring team in the conference. They know how to get buckets too. So you got to come up with some defensive stops.
The official ball is not a television timeout, but I guess they've taken one.
We have 3 lady refs out there tonight doing a great job calling this game.
And we spoke about it, a continuation of celebrating the ladies. We don't need a particular month to celebrate the ladies, but it is International Women's Day or month, all of that. So I know that the CIAA recently, kid, we spoke about it, did a game and had the entire production crew. Everything was women. So
that was huge.
Yes, yes. And more things like that continuing in the future are big, especially when it shines that bright light on the historically Black colleges and universities.
I agree 100% with you.
Well, we shine light, but I mean, the KRSB network has always had women at the top doing everything. So,
touche.
You know, the light's always bright, especially when KB's in the house.
How about
That's all
that?
I got to say. I'm done for the night.
I tell you, boy, you are certainly. Check is in the mail, Orlando. Players was on 4:50 to go, almost a turnover, but the Bison with the ball now and setting the offense up, handled the pressure well. Warren setting up the offense. 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Spartans extending out now with that 3-2 zone.
He made a vet decision, pulling that ball out and resetting.
Nice look inside. Great job by Warren finding the big man underneath. That was Marsh. Put a good putback off the glass. A 10-point ball game now. And here comes Norfolk State and Francis needing to get a bucket. In the lane, she's trying to take over. Couldn't get it to roll. Another rebound for the Bison.
They don't have Grim today.
Wow.
And a would look like a
charge. Wow.
Yeah, I looked like 2 players came together and it was a charge call, but you would have thought that the feet got tangled. It might have gone the other way. However, a big break for the Spartans.
That was different. That was
sweep the leg.
That looked Grayson Allen.
Look how they say the camera puts 10 pounds on you.
Yeah.
The camera saw something and neither.
No.
Another jump inside for Francis. Not going to be denied. Trying to put the rock up. Last touch by a Spartan. A big scrumble underneath for the ball, but it's going the other way to the Bison. 3:49 left to go here for everything here in this 2022 MEAC Conference title game.
All 5 Bison were very active under the basket in that last play.
Speaking of that 5, Hutton, Howell, Warren, Marsh, and Harris. And for Norfolk State, Francis, Fields, Downs, Franklin, and Williams. And here comes the Bison near side, breaking the press again. 3:30 left to go. The clock continues to tick. A 10-point lead, and you can best believe the Bison want to milk it. Spartans are going to probably have to start the foul eventually.
Yeah, the clock is on the Bison side.
Norfolk State in a 2-3 zone, not extended, a near side 3. You know she knocked it down. Beautiful 3 on the near side for Marsh. 49-36 is the score. Here come the Spartans. Jump step inside to the lane. They needed it, got the basket. 49-38. And a quick foul on the inbounds. And the Spartans may try to slow this game down and make them win it at the line.
Right.
And Downs picks up the foul.
Howard's coach calling them over to the bench while the refs sort things out.
Ms. Downs is going to have a seat for the evening.
7 Deuce, 11-point advantage. Norfolk State has 5 team fouls. As you talked about, Downs fouling out of the contest.
And
it's starting to become extremely essential for Norfolk State.
And every time that point is scored on the other end, Coach Vickers has to decide, am I going to start jacking the threes or am I going to force them to win at the line? Howard is showing they can do both. Second attempt, up and good. 51-38. Here comes Norfolk State. needing to cut into it. Francis, near side. She's driving to the basket. Double clutch shot. Good. They needed it. 51-40.
Both teams jumping immediately into full court press after a made basket.
Near side to Marsh. Marsh got away with some steps.
He sure did.
Warren now setting up the offense over on the far side to Harris. Harris now back to Warren. Barking out the play. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. 2:36 in this contest and a 51-40 lead. Near side now going for the shot is Hutton off the dish from Warren, and they knocked it down. 13-point lead, and the Bison can smell a trip to the big dance.
Right.
Near side now, Coach Vickers calling out a play. The Spartans in bad need of a bucket. 2:14 to go. Going left to right on your dial. Dribbles near side, hesitation, shot up in the air for Downs, who has been active here in the late stages of this game. Looks like she's going to draw a foul.
The Spartans will need to play with a sense of urgency now, down 13 with just 2:09 left on the clock.
This is getting good if you're on Georgia Avenue in Washington, D.C. If you're on Corporal Avenue here in Norfolk, Virginia, yeah, not looking so good.
But last night when we watched the North Carolina Central Coppin game, we thought it was a wrap, and North Carolina Central made a very late push that did make it interesting, but unfortunately they weren't successful.
Norfolk State's going to make a push, KB. They need to get those space movers. If you put underneath the item and push it, they need help.
Well, some of the heavy lifting is being done at the free throw line, but that second attempt is off the front of the iron. No good.
Well, you're setting them up, brother, and they're just leaving you.
2 minutes to go. Get cross half court, 10-second violation. Good job on Norfolk State right there, trying to do everything they can.
Yeah, well, Howard was in no rush. They are trying to get some seconds off the clock. That time, unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And at the end of the day, you're right. They still get the seconds. It was a turnover, but all those seconds are gone. 158 and a three-pointer attempt on the far corner for Norfolk State off the back of the iron. No good. Long rebound. Now here comes the Bison, and it's getting physical as players pushed into the scorer's table. She's okay. Again, no conflict, as KB likes to allude to, and the ladies are going to go calmly to the foul line.
KB, you know what? I didn't want to get into this, but I have to agree with you. I have to agree. Like, she just rode into the scorer's table, and she just –
yeah.
I'll go shoot my foul shots.
I think she got the first down on that play.
Yeah, she definitely. It was a late dive. Picked up the first down right.
As you said, we've been here for 2 days. I've seen stomping, kicking, laying out on the floor, all out tantrums on the men's side. But, you know, it's just an observation.
She's laying it on pretty thick, ladies and gentlemen. 1:49 to go, and the second attempt is up and good. And the Bison showing that if you put us on the line, we can make you pay. More substitutions coming in now. A little bit more to join going on. Pay attention as the clock ticks.
Lots of red H's in the air right now.
Here comes Francis. Quickly double team. She stops her dribble. Cross-court pass. Far side three-pointer. No good for the Spartans. Skying rebound. Outlet pass. Looking for the player. She couldn't get there and almost came up with the bucket, but the Spartans now with the turnover coming the other way, setting up the offense. Near side three-pointer off the front of the iron again, no good. Francis follows the shot, puts it up, no good again. There's a tie-up in the lane. Possession arrow is facing towards Howard University. And you got 3 opportunities just then where the Spartans are fighting hard to get the rebound, but they just couldn't put it in the hole.
Yeah, and the Bison aren't taking their foot off the gas in the defense.
79 seconds in this contest, folks.
And you know what? Oh, you pointed out the blue hair earlier. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It works for her.
I could work it. I could, on these edges here, I could probably pull it off.
55-41. 79 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Howard on the verge of receiving their first MEAC championship. Excuse me, Uncle Ralph. Just had to not answer here.
I'm trying to help you out.
Hey, call me the bridge builder, you know?
She tried to set me up. I'm not taking the bait.
Oh. Okay.
Not taking the bid off.
Oh, now, now in the final game of the tournament. Now, it's been a dumpster fire all week. Now,
Relax in the last 68 seconds.
and you deserve to. Such a great job, Kia, Orlando, Davey, myself, the crew back, the board ops, everyone that's had a part of it. Just a great operation, and I'm just honored to be amongst you all and a part of the team.
Absolutely. This has been a wonderful tournament, a lot of exciting games to watch. You know, I'm always, in a good mood when I'm with the KRSB family. So this is great.
And the family's even larger. We got some folks that's going to be a black van pull up to the front of your house, reach in the house and grab you, tell your wife, tell your husband, you'll be back.
Oh.
Near side 3, we duct taping you too. Apple in your mouth and all of that. A skying rebound. Here comes Howard again. Can feel the victory. Near side layup. Count the basket, and that might be the exclamation point here in Norfolk. Here comes the Spartans coming back on the basket. Euro step. Probably Euro in France. No good. It's going the other way now. And with 50 seconds.
Keep away.
Yes, doing a little too much right now. Trying to get the ball. You're right, the ball never touched the ground. Trying to keep the ball from Norfolk State. But right now, the Spartans trailing 57-41. Just futile at this point as Coach Vickers barks out some orders. Francis looking to get it to her three-point shooter. She does find him far side. Three-point off the glass. Count it. 57-44. Might be a little too late, though, Kia.
The bank was open on that one, but they needed that much earlier in the night.
Good job there by Thorpe pulling the ball back out. And there's a drive to the basket. It's going to be a foul, not going to count away from the basket, but
she wanted the continuation.
Yeah. Bison definitely with 29.5 seconds left to go here in Norfolk, Virginia in the 2022 MEAC championships, the ladies, and Howard University looking like they're ready to punch their ticket.
Championship table being brought out on our right. Head coach Ty Grace. The ladies are going to win this one, man. It's a great job by Howard University. This is supposed to be a Saturday in which it's supposed to be all Bison, all Spartan. But Juan Wagner said, no, not the Juan Wagner. Juan Dixon. Juan Wagner is a Camden High person.
The man, mama gonna get you too.
Yeah.
Francis near side three-pointer. She can't hit it for the Spartans. 22 seconds, 20 seconds left to go. Spartans now looking to possibly foul, but here comes the Bison on a uncontested left-hand layup, 61-44. That's going to pretty much do it. Under 10 seconds to go.
Got the ladies in the back clearing her throat, getting ready to sing.
Yeah. Maybe sit next to David. Yeah, I don't know where she is. Maybe probably ran to the VIP now.
Howard's coach might want to call Sid Carter before the big dance.
Yes, a shot off the glass, no good. And there it is. There's the euphoria. The Howard University Lady Bison are going dancing as the 2022 MEAC champions. Congratulations, ladies. Hold your heads up high, Norfolk State. Coach Vickers and the crew. What a great contest.
What a great contest. Congratulations, head coach Ty Grace and the Lady Bison of Howard University. DC, stand up, represent your team. This is great. Now, HC Band's going to put a little smack in it and play the next song.
Yeah.
Next originated here.
Shine on Green Street. They're shining up there at the Capitol.
That's what you do. Congratulations, Howard University. Big victory from them.
Yeah.
They just pulled it away.
Congratulations to the Howard Bison Lady basketball team. Great MEAC win for you all. And what did you say? Oh, since 2001 was the last time that they did?
That was Steve Murfield in Hampton last time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Way back then. Wow. Great game. And they were the #1 seed. They played like it from bell to bell, it really wasn't a question. They handled the pressure. They put Norfolk State in different situations. And, of course, Vickers and the crew weren't able to get comfortable in their offensive scheme.
Oh, I love it. They're holding up their tickets. All smile for these Lady Bisons.
Nice.
Vickers. Both number one seeds have won the MEAC tournament.
Right.
Spartans first, Lady Bison win the second.
Yes.
You know, I believe in the spot. You got the same thing about to happen over there. We'll check in with Michael Jefferson and Block Sports. But congratulations, proud moment for Black College sports.
Yes.
Got to send a heavy, huge KRSB anytime, any place. Shout out to Karen, party of the MEAC network, MEAC conference, excuse me, not network. Nothing.
Might have been a Freudian slip there.
Yeah. Nothing but just cordial to us, setting us up. And it's this ride. Thank you guys, KB, Hughes, Davey. You know, thanks KB's sister for coming down and hanging out with us.
Yes.
Thank Michael. Thank other people. Jay, you know we couldn't do this without you.
Appreciate you, Jay.
You
Love
know,
to thank you, Orlando. For
Yes. Oh.
Jay Elmore. Jay, you can unmute your mic. We can hear you. You can come up here too.
Oh, thank you for allowing us to continue to live our dream by never allowing our dreams to die. So we appreciate you, brother.
We have nothing but love for you and the KRSB network.
Right, Jay. Stand up and take a bow.
Thank you, Jay.
And get some snacks. Last time I talked to you, you didn't have any snacks. Get some snacks. Okay.
Hey, they celebrate in the district. The Howard University Bison, the #1 seed, going dancing. And they've done it the right way. And they represent it. And the coach definitely is going to represent the HBCU opportunity. And you said it best. #1 seeds in different conferences. That means that they're getting it right, and the cream is certainly rising to the top.
Shake their head. They had an incredible season this year, and a lot of these teams have been affected by COVID and injuries, so no reason to hang their head. They, look forward to more successful seasons. It'll only be a matter of time before they're punching their ticket again too.
Love it. We got to take a picture of this. Lady Bison swimming in the confetti on the sideline. That's beautiful. That's what it's all about. First time since 2001.
That's a big deal.
Davey. What a moment, Lady Bison swimming in the confetti over there. You gotta enjoy it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm excited for him, man. And most people know when the HBCU men's and women's basketball team make it to the next level, it also helps financially the sports program. And I don't know if a lot of people know that. And this is real big. They will go in at number 16, being coming from HBCU. And I like it that they don't have to play that one game before they play the team. This year they got rid of it. I had a chance to talk to Hawkins with the men. They said, no, they're going straight in. They're going to play whoever that seed is, and they get to go straight into the tournament. So that's real exciting. Congratulations again to the Howard women's basketball team, and also congratulations to the NSU women again on a great season. The MEAC is awesome. I want to thank the team of Parents Network and the MEAC for allowing us to do this. Man, I'm very excited. This is your guy, David, that's always on the floor, on the ground, and listening to the sound here at KRSB Network.
I like it.
And when you hear some of my recordings coming out, somebody said this to me, Orlando. They said, you know what? Y'all are not the KRSB Network. You're KRSB Sports Network. I said, you know what? That's another fancy name.
I like
yes,
it.
sir. Let's go.
Now, Davey, corporate call because you spend way too much.
Hey, you create a monster with every time, but no, seriously, we enjoyed it. It's been this is just the beginning. We got football on the horizon. We got a interchangeable crew that's going to be all around from setting up arrangements, getting to locations, different items. You can expect to see KRSB Network all over, bringing you the best action everywhere.
But we we've got some baseball coming up here in the month of April. SWAC action. You know, KRSB Network, anytime, any place, any play. You heard us doing some CIAA. We'll be out doing some SWAC baseball. We're doing some opportunities, taking care of some opportunities with Block Sports and York Stream TV. There's some other opportunities there. It's about supporting your Black colleges. We're all HBCU alum.
I don't do football, but I'm coming to hang out.
But we know
we need you there.
We got.
We need somebody to keep us in check. Can you please make sure you're there?
Y'all need a mom.
Yeah, somebody to keep us in check. Watch us, but
Somebody cue Will Downing. What did I do?
but I mean, the KRSB Network, the whole principle of the organization is to support HBCU athletics, the schools, but also if you're a SID, athletic director, someone in authority at an HBCU, get your kids to start broadcasting. It's a great opportunity. Technology makes it available for you. We want to see more kids call games, especially college games, Black college games, CIAA. Do not rob these kids of opportunities to call these games. It's so important. They would have the opportunity to sit here like we are, but we're calling these conference games on behalf of the conference, not the schools. But they're missing this opportunity, walking around campus, having fun, no doubt, on any HBCU. But to sit and call a championship, we've done this. This is not our first time seeing these championships up, you know. And kids should have an opportunity, college students, so they can be ready when they step out into the real world. We're not going to be
Fun, but the idea is to get better, to get trained in the craft. We were so fortunate to be able to learn on the equipment, to be able to get the tutelage and get the entry-level experience. When we came out of school, we may not have had job experience, but we worked the equipment. We knew how to get in there and push the buttons, and it was because we had the opportunity.
Uncle Roy, you're going to take us home, but I got to say a special thank you to Greg Willis down in Atlanta, Georgia.
Most definitely.
All right. So without you, this broadcast would not even be possible. The fight for a broadcast would be possible. The ability to broadcast and say what we say, do what we do, the research of Kia Bird, and all the others is just, you've instilled us with an art form that allows us to make money and do something that we love to do. You talk about when you work and you love your work, you're not working. And it's work. Don't think that anyone can do it.
True. But
this is beautiful to call it with you guys. I really appreciate you too.
Absolutely. I appreciate you.
So 6144, Uncle Rel, this is your broadcast. Take us home, brother.
It is certainly a pleasure. We are putting a bow on the 2022 MEAC tournament. Norfolk State for the men are going dancing, and Howard University for the ladies have punched their ticket. We enjoyed you being along on this journey. And stay tuned for a whole lot more. For Orlando Hughes, Kia Bird, Davey Smith, and the entire KRSB network, I'm Terrell Dupree. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
The KRSB Network, the sound of HBCU athletics. Anytime. Any Play Mobile Media Radio broadcast.